Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. My name is Jackson Bunganyi. Thank you so much for joining us today. On this episode of Red Carpet, we bring you Ghanaian Artisan finding pride and employment in the country's rich cultural heritage. Also, a Nigerian artist uses AI to show the bright side of old age. Let's get on with the show. And let's start the show with some highlights of the latest entertainment news from around the world.
In some sad news, popular South African rapper AKA, whose real name is Keenan Forbes, was shot and killed in Durban. Police say that AKA was walking to his car on a popular nightlife strip shortly after 10 p.m. when two armed people approached from across the street and fired shots at close range before running away. That is according to the New York Times. The police confirmed that AKA and another man died at the scene. Although the police did not name the second victim, South African news reports identified him as AKA's close friend Tebelo Motsoane, a 34-year-old chef and music entrepreneur known as Tibbs. The killing drew an outpouring of grief from around the country and other parts of the world. Before his death, AKA was considered to be one of Africa's best hip-hop artists. And in more music news, Afrobeats superstar Mr. Eazi has taken to social media to accuse Latin superstar Bad Bunny of copyright infringement. In a tweet, Mr. Eazi alleged that Bad Bunny's song Enséñame a Bailar featured a melody that was lifted from the song Empty My Pocket by Joeboy, an artist signed to Mr. Eazi's record label. Bad Bunny has yet to respond to the allegations, and it remains to be seen how the situation will play out. And in some fashion news, this year's annual New York Fashion Week is wrapping up after featuring throwback 1990s fashion and colorful knitwear meant to fight sadness. Let's take a look.
Some of the buzzwords of this decade, like non-binary and androgynous, were represented in this year's New York Fashion Week. The new collection of the brand Genkoi was created by a fashion designer from Siberia, Russia, Maria Kazakova-Tambura. She has lived in New York for years and has worked closely with Puma and Swarovski on a series of collaborations.
Our brand's main goal is to revive various world's crafts and cultural values. We want to see people wear beautiful fabrics that our ancestors spent so much time making. We want young people to remember the value of such things.
There is also an environmental aesthetic here, with an emphasis on recycling, upcycling, and using the materials left from older collections. There is also a focus on traditional crafts and unique national styles.
Ghana's rich cultural heritage is the source of pride and employment for thousands of local artisans who make textiles, pottery, and jewelry. The products are often made using traditional techniques that are handed down from generation to generation. I met up with Francis Kweku on Labadi Beach of the Atlantic Ocean in Accra, Ghana. He makes and sells colorful bracelets that are highly regarded by tourists. Let's take a look.
I'm in Accra, Ghana to meet some of the young artists that are creating works of art that we see in Europe and in America in galleries and magazines. They are transforming the global culture around the art scene. Some of them are doing art, painting. Others are just creating some bracelets. So Francis, when did you start making this work? Is this something that you studied in school? Is this something that you were self-taught? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I studied this on the street, A certain man from the Caribbean who used to teach me this, By now it's no more. So this is what I learned. Now I'm using it for living,
Street knowledge.
Yes.
How long have you been doing it?
For 15 years now.
Talk to us about this art.
This is a hand bracelet, and it's a traditional bracelet. All the Ghana, the regions in Ghana, with their traditional wear, So it's different bead all around, It's not the same, I use the agate and the baobab and the lucky seed and the coconut shell.
Why don't you show us what it is? So
this is the coconut shell I use. The coconut, the finishing one you drink before, you burst it before you drink. This is the shells. And this is the lucky seed. I used to make the locket, you know. And this is the thunderstone. If the rain is falling, this is what we get from it. It's a royal bead. You know, we black people, naturally, we make as a king and queen. And this is our nationality, our royalty, you know, our pride, you know. And this is the Africa. It's made from the mahogany tree, you know. And this is coming from the northern part of Ghana, the baobab. The tree without no leaf, you know.
This looks like really... It might take a lot of time for you to make one piece.
Yes, of course.
How long does it take to make one
For
piece?
the necklace, it can take me like, I can make 5 pieces a day, you know, because I can't spend all the time. I have to come and make some money to feed the family.
So you go home and make and then come and sell?
Come and sell.
So where do you sell it from?
You know, I sell it at the beach, you know, all my life, because in the town, a lot of people have a shop and it's a competition, you know. When the tourists arrive, I make money, but when they are not in, it's like the business is slow. Like I can remember the year of return, you know.
That's 2019?
2019,
right,
December. It was good. The business is moving because a lot of foreigners are in this country, you know, so you can make it, you know.
And you're hoping that this year, this December is also going to be a good year for you.
I can see for far, you know. That's what I'm seeing, you know. Yeah.
Right. Some of these look like they're painted. Is that the natural color?
No, it's not. I never selling mass product. You know? I'm selling natural product because I sell for foreigners. So I have to respect what they are buying from me, you know.
Nigerian artist Malik Afegbua is using artificial intelligence to reimagine elderly African people who he says are often marginalized, strutting on the catwalk. Here is more.
White-haired men and women strut down the catwalk in the latest fashions. But this is not real life. These hyper-realistic images have been created using artificial intelligence by a Nigerian artist. Malik Afegbua was first inspired to reimagine the roles of elderly African people after his mother fell ill.
I wanted to see them in a different space, and what inspired that was my personal relationship with my mom as well. So I wanted to see, always, imagine the elderly people in a place that is not either in a sad space or in a suppressed state.
The artist and filmmaker says the work is a response to the marginalization of many elderly African people in society, especially in the fashion world.
Their history speaks a lot for us that we need to learn from to know where we're going to. So why don't we tap into that? So that love for that, to find out more about them is always me trying to tap into that space. So for me trying to tap into that space already, I like to explore in terms of what are they missing out on, what's going on in society, and how can they be inclusive.
Afebua's images, which form his Elder series, have been widely shared on social media. As well as the catwalk, they also feature settings ranging from the beach to the boxing gym, as he seeks to showcase a brighter side of getting old.
The success of the critically acclaimed 2022 film Everything Everywhere All at Once has put a spotlight on Asian representation in the US film industry. And now, an American actor of Hmong descent and a Cambodian-American filmmaker have made a new movie about the Asian experience in the United States. VOA's Chetra Chap has more.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Is she Hmong?
The Hmong are an indigenous people from East and Southeast Asia, and many settled in the US after the Vietnam War.
Aiya, you old man. But you only know how to lecture, but you don't know how to listen.
Now, a new Hmong-American family drama, The Harvest, directed by Cambodian-American filmmaker Kaylee So, will premiere at the 2023 Santa Barbara International Film Festival this month.
Once you watch the film, you will see a piece of yourself in it. You will see a piece of your family in it, no matter what culture you belong to or, what identity you take.
How was life in the Bay?
It's hard writing and working at the same time. You?
It is a story of Thai, an aspiring Hmong American writer who returns home in Southern California to help his ailing and traditional Hmong father.
Your great son is back.
Oh, you're a handsome man now.
How you came home?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Thai is played by Hmong American actor Duo Moore, who is also the writer and producer of the film. Known for roles in Gran Torino and Mulan, Moore said the story was inspired by his own family and relationship with his father, who had kidney failure.
It's about a family who tries to find their footing in the United States from the different generations that, from immigrants to refugees to being part of American, and defining what is the new American, what is America to them.
The 35-year-old Moore was born in a refugee camp in Thailand. His parents were among half of the Hmong population in Laos that fled to the US during the country's civil war in the mid-1970s.
Because it is a Hmong story and because it is a Southeast Asian story, back then Asian wasn't in. So basically that's why it took roughly 10 to 11 years to get to this point. We do want to champion the East Asian, narrative, but the thing is, we also want the Southeast Asian community's narrative to be part of the conversation.
Moore said Cambodian American filmmaker Kaylee So, who is of Southeast Asian descent and whose family also escaped a war to settle in America, brought the right vision to The Harvest.
So my job as a director, even after the fact, was to be able to tell his story, and his vision, and in a way that honors it, honors the script and honors the authentic voices of the Hmong story in it. This was his, complete baby. Like, I had it for, 7 or 8 months. He had it for 11 years.
And now audiences will have The Harvest as it premieres this month in Santa Barbara, California. Chatra Chap, VOA News, Washington.
Now, there are fans for all kinds of things, from sports to birds to stamps. And this is true for trains as well. And VOA's Aushman Apti has more.
Thibaut Constant is from France. He's filming the latest video of his journey from New York to Albany for his YouTube channel, Simply Railway.
I want to show the great side of train travel. Of course, maybe not the fastest, maybe not the cheapest, but you have a good time on board the train.
On his channel, Constant had shared the details of his 200+ train trips around the world. He reviews the various train features, from seats and cafe cars to toilets, and offers tips about his journeys. It's a childhood passion he carried into adulthood and turned into a job of sorts. Over 200,000 people subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Since a few years now, I'm monetized on YouTube, so I'm getting money from YouTube and Google from the views of my video. The more people view my videos, the more money I get. All my train trips are paid with the monetization of my videos.
Railway enthusiasts like Thibaut call themselves rail fans, and their hobby, rail fanning. The exact number of rail fans in the United States are probably in the tens of thousands, if the 70,000 readers of publications like Trains magazine are any clue. Julian Briggs from New York is one of them.
I just want to promote how convenient and environmentally friendly trains are. As you know, we are in a climate crisis, and so just trying to reduce car dependency in the United States particularly is very important.
Thank you so much for watching VOA's Red Carpet. My name is Jackson Vunganyi. For more entertainment news, remember to check us out at voaafrica.com. We are also on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Do not forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Until next time, goodbye everyone.